Jill Troy. I am the naturalist here at the Marine Education Center. I started at the center just about 5 years ago. I was the head restoration biologist in Malibu, California before I came over to the Marine Education Center. I was asked to open it as a full center. They gave me an empty building and it is what it is today. Before me, it was a volunteer-ran, much smaller Marine Center, and it was open throughout the summer for about 3 times a month, I believe, and it's grown since then. It's been very exciting.
Hi, I'm Joe DiMatteo. I live in Westchester County. I've been painting, well, most of my life I've been painting. Started out drawing and then went into painting and started teaching a few years back, maybe 7 or 10 years ago. And I really enjoy it because I love to paint and I love to watch people see what they've created. Recently I had my 2 grandchildren, 4 and 8, painting with me, and to see the work that they produce is just incredible.
When the museum first closed temporarily in March due to the pandemic, we immediately started looking for new ways that we could engage with our members and our visitors while being all stuck at home in quarantine. So right away on a whim, we just started trying to figure out what partners do we have in the community who would be willing to go in on this new learning at home experience with us. And reaching out to these organizations and artists and individuals, I honestly think has been one of the best decisions we've ever made because the results have just been incredible.
So when the Westchester Children's Museum reached out to me here at the Marine Education Center, I was super excited, even more than I normally am, because the Westchester Children's Museum obviously has a huge following and a lot of people go there, and I'm fairly new compared to them, and I was excited to partner with them to bring both of our organizations together. They're in Rye and I'm in Mamaroneck, so we have a lot of the same but also a lot of different people that watch or come to our places of work. If you come down, you're going to hear that this shell around their inside, which you can see, that's their inside is very soft, but their outside's very hard. Why do you think their outside is very hard? So there's been a lot of really cool reactions to doing the live show with the Westchester Children's Museum, from being recognized on the street to everyone seeing my poster on the boardwalk and recognizing me here at the center, or just coming down from seeing the shows and wanting to see the center. But a funny one was when I was in here, we're all wearing masks, and the mother looked at her son and said, "Don't you know who that is?" And I pulled down my mask, and his reaction was like I was a celebrity. He was like, "Oh my gosh, you're the girl from the TV, you're Kyle." And I was like, that is too cute. So it's been an experience for me, but just seeing how many people it reaches is awesome.
You know, I was approached by the museum to do a workshop, and here we are in quarantine. And it was really an exciting thing to do a workshop on video, Zooming it, with all these people that were part of it and doing their creations at their house.
So who has a sponge to paint with today? Okay, yeah, good. Okay, so these are artist sponges that you can order online, and they're all different shapes and sizes. I kind of rip them apart a little bit so that I can get designs like this. Well, here, let me bring this one up close. So this was made by taking the sponge, putting it into the paint, and then going like this.
And I must mention that I had my 8-year-old grandson with me when I did that, and so that gave it where I wasn't alone. There was a person there who actually jumped in, and he got excited and started telling about what giving tips.
I'm going to do the swirl every place because I don't want the painting to be boring. I don't want it to be just the same thing repeated. to a degree, we have to do that. That's like when we paint a sky. We'll put clouds in it, and the clouds give the sky personality. It's, yeah, good. And now show that. Show that you put that squirrel.
I put the squirrel in the middle to make it look like the dots are surrounding it, and then it's like a hurricane kind of.
I had a background in, I worked at an adult home, and at the adult home I ran the artist workshop 2 days a week, and these were people that had a handicap that were in the group, and they were very apprehensive to begin with, and then after they flourished and they did some wonderful work, and that was so exciting for me. So I jumped at the chance, and I had originally done one class for the children at the museum itself, and I brought a friend of mine who at the time was 85, and she'd been painting since she was 12.
So we decided to do an on-site program where we did social distancing, we wore masks, we took everybody's temperature before they came into the museum. At first I was a little nervous to see how it all went because it was my first time doing an on-site program during all of this, and it ended up being really well done. I had the chance to teach a new group of students that had not been to the Marine Education Center or down to Harbor Island Park, and for them to then come down here after the on-site program was really exciting. What don't they have at Fish House? Who can take the guess? They don't have fins, so as we're looking at it, they don't have any fins. Fish have fins. What else don't they have? What helps fish breathe? The way they reacted to the animals and to being on site was really cool because a lot of these kids hadn't been out of their virtual programs in a long time, and they were saying it was one of the best days they've had in a while. Right? Because it looks like a spider, but it has big claws, and some of these guys actually get as big as that wall there.
Having the opportunity to connect with these amazing individuals like Kyle from the Marine Education Center and painter Joe DiMatteo has just opened up this whole new world of possibilities that were really already in our backyard. You know, we have the Long Island Sound right across the boardwalk from us, but we certainly wouldn't have been able to go digging for mussels in it if we hadn't partnered up with Kyle. And all of these opportunities have just showed us what a vibrant community we have around us, filled with organizations, artists, individuals who are doing amazing things. And we are so thrilled and honored to be a part of these partnerships and really get to engage with them. And this is an opportunity that we would not have been able to delve so deep into if we hadn't had to go through this unfortunate closure.
This opened up for me doing Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and showing my paintings there, and it has brought me a number of sales that, you know, and that's great. I like that because now I can buy more material, and the material is expensive, you know.
I always had a lot of different age ranges coming in, but since doing their show, I've had a huge demographic change in younger kids coming in, which has been cool to learn with and talk to in terms of the way I'm doing the shows. They do always come in and look around, but it's fun to see this age range watch the shows and actually come in and feedback some of the facts I've given to them. During this COVID time, one of the reasons I was super excited to do the live shows with the Westchester Children's Museum was because this is so unprecedented, and a lot of these kids were out of school and parents kind of were stuck at what do we do when they're not on their computer listening to a teacher. So it's kind of a silver lining in this whole awful situation to have two organizations like ours come together and actually help kids and have them grow in the way that they see their surroundings.
Technology has helped us find a way to work together more easily, even across state lines, anywhere, where we all can benefit. And the customer benefits also, because it's easier for them to get there to do something. It's something to do while they're quarantined, whatever it happens to be. So this was, I think, a win-win-win-win-win situation.
I know I don't have to tell you that this has been a tough year, because you felt it in your own families, in your homes, your schools, your own organizations. But the bright side of this for us has really been these partnerships. And we found that cultural organizations really need to stick together. We need to lift each other up, because that's the only way we can grow together, learn together, and find new solutions. We advocate for each other, and that's how we'll get to the other side of this. But the scary thing is that a lot of cultural organizations really all across the world are facing this huge financial crisis right now, and many are closing their doors. And we don't want to fall to that same fate. We just finished a giant expansion and renovation project right before we had our temporary closure in March. And we are still so young, and we know we have so much to offer, and we want to continue partnering and lifting up all of the organizations around us in this community. But without your dollars, the numbers just don't add up. And we know it's been a really hard year on everyone financially, but we're asking humbly, as we are in this season of giving and as we approach the end of the year, that you consider us for a donation, because our board will be matching dollar for dollar any donation made by December 31st. And that means that in any amount, it's going to make a huge difference to us. And we want to come out on the other side of this with you. We want to enter 2021 strong, but we need your help to get there. Thank you.